Welcome to another episode of Be Your Own Boss. Our guest this week is Shantanu Raste, the co founder of Dr. Smita's Herbal Laboratories. Way back in 2001, over 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, Shantanu and his wife, Dr. Smita Raste, founded a company and started manufacturing FMCG products for some big brands. Dr. Smita is an Ayurvedic doctor, and Shantanu is a marketing expert. So, putting these two magic skills together, they built this company. And now it's been over 2 decades. And now they have launched their own herbal cosmetic brand called Scravon. Let's hear from Shantanu about his story. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot from this, from his experience. From he is, I mean, if you can look at the time frame here, he has definitely weathered a lot of storms. So I'm super eager to hear from Shantanu. Shantanu, thank you so much for taking our time and joining us here on the Be Your Own Boss podcast. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sachin. It's my great pleasure. It's my great pleasure. For a lovely program, Be Your Own Boss. I really love them.
Thank you, and it's my honor to have you on my show. And I remember Santosh Soni mentioned this once on our meet in our meeting, and I love your voice. You have a very strong bass voice, and I was I wanted to when heard your voice first. Okay, I said I want this voice on my show. I hope there is a good story behind this voice.
No, it's but natural. My father's voice was like that. So maybe
Okay.
because of that, my voice is like this. Thank you.
Brilliant. Nice, nice. So Shantanu, let's start with your story here, like we always do on the Be Your Own Boss podcast. Let's start with the from the beginning here. Tell us about your parents, your siblings, your children, your childhood memories. Where were you born?
See, my father and my mother both are government in government service and they retired from government. And my means brother, he is an engineer like me, mechanical engineer. I'm also mechanical engineer. My wife, as Dr. Smita Raste, is Ayurvedic doctor, and my son and my daughter, they are both are engineers again. We are an engineer family rather. Means, if you see, all are engineers.
Yeah. Okay. And where was this? Where were you born?
I
Just to
born in Malad actually. After that, there are a lot of cities that changed actually. My schooling is from little bit from Dombili, Dombili. So some of from Roha, that is a very small village in Raigad district. Because
I
my
know
grandmother,
Roha. Yeah, my
yeah,
family also have stayed lived in Roha.
yes.
Yeah.
So my grandmother was there. So I done my 10th standard from Roha. Then after that, I have got admission in diploma in engineering, and I have done passed out my diploma from Government Polytechnic Ratnagiri. So 3 years in Ratnagiri again in hostel, and after I have got first class, I have I get admission in this MIT, that is a engineering college in Pune. So I have done my BE mechanical from MIT. So I've
Okay.
changed a lot. Means from schooling to
Yeah.
college days, I've
Yeah.
changed all the way to a lot of cities.
So, as a child, did you have aspirations to become an entrepreneur one day?
Not really actually at that time because nobody in my family in business actually. My father, as I told you, he's in government. Mother is in government. Nobody actually in the business. But my grandmother in Roha, she is having that quality of selling some small ice cream with the students from the high schools. So I have observed her, and she is really keen to do some businesses, and that is why that thought in my mind maybe at that time it will put me right now in this business. That might be possible.
Yeah. So you had that seed watching your grandmother.
Grandmother, yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she is the inspiration for me.
Hmm. So once you finished your engineering from MIT at Pune, what was your next step then? Did you take up a
Uh,
job or?
Yeah, means I have done after my engineering. I have joined one engineering company which is in pneumatic cylinders and valves, and as a marketing person. And obviously that is totally engineering field. So it as a trainee engineer, you have to go there in the any company, particularly for 1 year. You have to take a experience over there, and after
Yeah.
that you can change this company, or you can proceed further in the same company. So I was in pneumatics for a longer time, around maybe 2 3 years after my BE. Uh, so that is up to 2000, and suddenly in
Okay.
2000 we have decided no to just do our own business.
Okay. Well, yeah, tell us about that. So you
So
and by
actually
this
that is
time were you already married?
I will tell you, means in between,
Yeah.
my wife, she's Ayurvedic doctor and she's having very good experience from KEM hospital under Sharadindi Ranukar. She's a very late Sharadindi Ranukar. She's a researcher in Ayurveda. And Smita is having all that experience with her. Even she was working with some of the renowned Ayurvedic manufacturing companies in production. So we have decided to start a business, whether we have to go for engineering or whether we have to go for Ayurvedic. So two
Yeah.
choices are with us. So we are very keen to know about, like, because Ayurveda is a big market now, and at that time also I feel that maybe after 20 years this is a what we call as perfect business for us. So we have decided that, and we have started business in Ayurveda. We don't have company at that time. I am telling you, small things are very, very important in life. Uh, I know, because we don't know anybody in business. So how to purchase a factory, how to all the documents, everything, we are not aware of that at all, because we are very young at that time. And the luck is like one person from MIDC office. He guided us very well, and he suggests us, like, there is one plot in MIDC that is vacant, and you can go there. You can see that whether it is useful for you or not. And luckily, that is a perfect plot for us. We have now having all this sections approved, a total manufacturing unit over there.
Yeah. So somebody guided you that there is a factory
Yes,
available in MIDC.
MIDC.
Brilliant.
Yes,
Yeah. Let's talk about the financial aspect here as well, because this is one of the challenges that people normally face, right? After you're working in an engineering company, your wife is the doctor, both of you are salaried employees. Yeah. And a lot of people who are salaried want to start their business. Their first question is, if I quit my job, how am I going to pay my bills? Right. And also, starting a business needs a lot of money. How did you manage that?
that I will tell you, touch wood, that is a fantastic story what I'm not a very regular reader of newspaper, and one day one newspaper having one small news, and there is a sentence mentioned over here that this is a company is now interested to manufacture Ayurvedic products. Now that sentence totally changed my life. I read that sentence, and before that, we have already started manufacturing our product under loan license. In pharma, there is a possibility, like, you can manufacture your own product in different premises. They can just manufacture your product, and you are using their machinery and labor. It's a job work, you can say. So that sentence, we approached that company, and touchwood, now after 20 years, they are with us as a marketer of one of our product. So there, the business starts, the orders starts getting, and one day we feel that, okay, instead of manufacturing over here as a job work, why not to start our own manufacturing unit? And that's how it started, our own manufacturing unit in Dombivli Medicine. So one small sentence, one small idea change your life. That is what I feel always.
Absolutely, yeah. That one sentence changed your life completely.
Totally, totally.
Yeah. And how was that conversation? So let's talk about that part here. So you read in the newspaper that this company wants to manufacture Ayurvedic products, and
Yes.
then so you approached them. Did it require any kind of investment from your side to set up the plant, set up the?
Yeah,
infrastructure?
means parallelly, what we are going to approach the banks, because bank needs the proof that you can obviously fulfill their EMIs and all. Step by step, when we are in the job work, at that time only we have got all the orders, big orders. So we have that orders with us. So we show the bank like these are the orders, and bank is also ready for that, rather means to give us the CC, because
Loan. Okay.
that is also very important. Cash credit facilities. Actually, I'm telling you, banks are ready with the money, but your papers, your project reports, everything should be proper. In India, no bank will tell you no if you don't have that papers ready with you, whatever they are needed, right? So that all the papers what we have, we are ready with that. We have orders in hand. So bank support is really necessary at the initial stage of your business. That is really important, because without that, because you don't have funds at that time, right? You don't have funds for machinery, you don't have funds for land, building, everything. So bank is one plays a very important role in your business, in even right now also. Whenever your business get increased, the bank is parallelly supports you, and I think that is really important. uh, that's what at that time banks really help us, and
Yeah.
we purchase one land, rather. There is no building, nothing, no factory over there. And after that, step by step, we added our what you call it machinery. Then we build one building over there in MIDC. So step by step, we move ahead. So that is the start, rather, in our business.
Brilliant. And so once you started manufacturing for your own, your under your own name, but you were manufacturing for other companies, right?
Yeah. True. We have two tie-ups right now. One is P2P. As I told you, the sentence which are written over there in the newspaper, that company is under P2P, like manufactured by us and marketed by that company. Now
Okay.
that product, we have given total rights to that company to market our product globally. So that is one part. Secondly, in pharma, there is a facility. What we have done earlier in another company as a job work or loan license, the same what we are right now doing in our factory for 3 to 4 big companies as a loan license. Now
Okay.
that gives actually the funding, rather you can say, to run the factory, to uh, make out all the expenses what we have, because labor, machinery, everything, electricity, everything is required money, right? So your factory should not stop anyway. So you have to get all these job work is really really necessary to run the factory, rather. So we have around right now 4 to 5 companies who are manufacturing their products totally in our factory. Uh, as far as other vertical is concerned, I am in export, as I have already the member of some of the export professional councils. So I am already in export. So that is another vertical.
Got it. So let's understand this the job work that you were talking about, right? Like, so when other companies are outsourcing their manufacturing, so if I understand this right, there is, let's say there is a company who has pharmaceutical products, so they outsource their manufacturing to you, so you are manufacturing their products in your factory,
True.
right?
See, in this loan license, the product license, right from the raw material to the packing material, everything they are supplying to us in our factory.
Okay.
We are using our machinery, our labor. We are taking the batch, whatever the SOPs they have, everything we have maintained over there, and then we can pack the product and give it to them. So this is, but the product license and everything is there. So
Got
that
it.
is loan
Got it.
license.
Okay, so it is like they're outsourcing a part of that, the main labor work, and create manufacturing the product, the machineries and everything. So
Everything.
they are,
Yes.
yeah, got
Yes.
it,
Yes.
got it,
Yes.
yeah. And now this has been like a long journey, right? 22 years. So you've seen a lot of ups and downs. You've seen the 2008 recession. Even before that, there are so many ups and downs. Talk us through that process. How did things change when the 2008 recession hit?
Luckily, na, pharma industry is such an industry that whatever the even the COVID is there, everything is there. Pharma is going on because that's that segment can't stop. So that will not actually the COVID didn't hammer us in such a way that we actually it is reverse. In COVID, our orders are higher than whatever the orders initially we have before COVID. But even export also increased a lot in COVID situations. So
Yeah,
pharma doesn't hammer in that way. But as far as the what we called as the business obstacles, what we have at initial phase, they are very important. Rather, whenever you are in business and you are the first entrepreneur, it's always there are a lot of. I'm not telling you problem, but you should be very choosy rather to select the person, select the machinery, because if you don't know anything about the production, or if you don't know anything about the formulation, then in our case it's very very difficult to move the business ahead. So touch wood, Dr. Smita knows about it, so that is the advantage for us to
yeah,
the business in such a level.
got it. And let's talk about the employees and the laborers, right? So right at the beginning, okay, I want to go one step back here and talk about that beginning, the first step when you decided that you want to you want to start your own company, Dr. Smita's Laboratories. Um, how did you decide? Because you can't do anything just on your own, you and your wife, right? So you need people, you need laborers. Talk us through that process of like hiring the people for the first time.
Hiring a labor in India, it's always difficult as well as very easy in India, both ways. Because having a labor or having a manager or supervisor, proper knowledgeable person in your factory is really really important. If they don't know the pharma industry, then there is a problem. So initially we have a lot of what we call as ups and down while selecting the people, because getting the people at the right time at the right place, it's also not easy in India. But fortunately, we have got a very good what we call as manpower in our city, rather in Dombivli. Very good people who are knowledgeable in pharma industry, and obviously Dr. Smita is also there for to support them, to give guidance and everything. But touchwood, right now also whatever the labor we have, they are all with us around maybe 19 years now. So so we they knows how to manufacture or how to take a production of or batch of any product. They knows about it now. So that is what in 20 years we have achieved.
Yeah. And let's talk about the your own brand now. You've launched your own herbal cosmetic brand, Scravon.
Yes.
So how did that idea come up, and what was that process like?
Actually, that brand are means the products which we manufacture under that brand, they are already with us since long, but we are not in marketing. As I told you, we are a hardcore manufacturer, so we are not in marketing in such a way that we don't have distribution channel, we don't have retail channel. So right now also Scravon is available more on online portals, like it is available on Amazon. Then recently we have started to make it available on Flipkart or JioMart. So that is there. We are more focused on to make it available online rather than going through distribution channel.
Right, right. And what kind of products are these? Like,
These are under this we have right now 8 to 9 products, and a very
okay,
famous product is Scravon Haldi Tulsi Drop, because that is really good for immunity in COVID. All people are having a problem of immunity and cough and cold. So this is a major product. Another we have hair oil, moringa capsule, and around 7 to 8 product we have under that brand.
okay, brilliant, brilliant. So now, like when you look at your journey of the last 22 years, uh, what do you think? Like, what would be your advice to people who are just getting started, let's say in the pharma industry, who are interested and want to start a business in this industry? What would be your advice to them?
See, I always tell, like, keep your eyes open, uh, understand when you have to speak, keep your ear open, because, and always have a faith on small things. Because I'm telling you, small idea will change your life. And that I'm the example of that.
Yeah,
So I advise all the please now this because of this internet na, it is not like 2000, right? Now the everyone is accessible to everyone. Like because of internet, you can reach to the people immediately, even globally also. So this is the advantage. Take the advantage of this situation right now. The market is not always tough. The market is not always tough. If you put effort in the right direction, and if your product have the quality, then definitely you can increase your business in this market. And this is a supportive market right now.
so Shantanu, when you look at your business, okay, you have your employees who are running the business, you have your clients who are whom you need to cater to, be your customers, and then you have your stakeholders. I mean, you need to make profit for your own self, for your family. What comes first, in your opinion, in these three? What's the order? Your clients, your employees, your stakeholders.
See, this is the I think this is a very difficult question all the way, because both every three are very important, because and it is correlated to each other, right? Means you cannot separate them.
Yeah,
Okay. But obviously, means client is important. Then because if you don't have client, then how you can do the business, right? Then so yeah, I always tell, like, these are the in cricket there are three stumps. You know that, right? So
yeah,
these three are, I think, the stumps in the game of the business, and they are both but three of are really important. You cannot make it separate. That is what I feel.
yeah. I love the cricket analogy, because this is, this is a good way of putting it. Yes, these are the three
Yes,
stumps.
yes.
Yeah. Shantanu, when you look back at your life like this, right? When you started as a mechanical engineer, and then one day one small sentence in a newspaper changed your life. Who would you like to give the credit to for your success?
Time.
Time.
That
Wow.
time is important. I'm at the right time, at the right paper in my hand. So I'm telling you, time is the main uh, key role in this. And it is not right at that time. Every time in the business, time is really important. And you should understand, like, whatever the time you have, whether it is a good or bad, the action is parallelly important. Because if you don't know how to take the action, whether it is bad or good, then again there is a problem. So as far as my experience in business is concerned, I think time is you have to uh, pick up the time. Time can't stop. If you are not there, somebody should uh, tap the market. So I think you should be very it always tell, like, you have to be on your head there should be ice. You should be calm down in your business. In your mouth there should be always the sugar. You should be sweet spoken. And obviously you should have the wheels on your legs. So you should run around in the market. So that is really important in this.
Ice on the head, sugar on the tongue, and wheels on the feet.
Yes.
Brilliant. Very well said. Very well said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, any particular instance that comes to your mind that you remember now, which is about the time, the importance of timing?
See, timing is in such a way, like, see, when I have as I told you, in business there are a lot of obstacles, lot of problems always. Means we initial stages na, we are very new in the business. So whatever happens now, we are immediately take the tension. It's immediately tense. So I think the that phase now, after so many years, it a little bit reduced. But at that time now, every situation with bad situation, whatever, we don't know how to tackle that because we don't have experience at that time, right? So but as far as the problem, I will explain you one problem. There is a around 6 feet water in my factory all over the MIDC area over there in
During rains.
yeah, in 2006 I think. And at that time, suddenly there is no time for us also to what we called as match up that problem with something. So actually we have the insurance. So a business person should be insured to have tackle these problems. So insurance is one very important of what you call as factor in your business. You should insure your business. So whenever there is a problem, at least you can get a relief through your insurance. So, but at that time, why I'm telling you, because there is no flood in Dombili MIDC for maybe around 30 years. But when somebody asked me about that insurance, at that time, I'm telling you, time at that time, we decided to take the insurance. We are, and
Yeah.
that is really a turning point for us, and we have got total insurance after our means after that flood problem. So that is why I always tell you have to take a decision in the right time and with the right person. Actually, the person is important. Whoever is in front of you, he should be a proper person who can guide you better. Because there are a lot of people who misguide you also in your business. So so that is now you understand like who are the your friend and who are just showing as a friend. So that that is a very thin line in between.
Yeah. Shantanu, I want to ask you about the difference in that you've seen now here. Now, for the last 20 years, you've been operating as a businessman. But a few years earlier, before starting your business, you worked as an employee, right? Um, Now, what do you see as the major difference between being an employee versus being a businessman?
Uh, see, as your name indicates itself, be your own boss. That is the difference between the employee and my as a own boss means as a business person. So that is a big difference, rather I can say, because when you are doing some work for somebody, you are in service or anywhere else. You cannot take sometimes decision your own. You are dependent on somebody, right? Even the credit also goes to somebody, your credit also shared with somebody. So here what happened, in business you are the whole and soul boss of your business. So if it's your own business, right, means you are the uh, if you are working with somebody, then you can't take a profit out of it. But here the decisions of yours is give you profit. Even on the contrary, it will give you the loss also. So I always tell like a business person is free to decide whatever he want. Okay, so that freedom mentally and physically in business is much more than you are doing service to some company, other companies.
Yeah, the freedom is there, and that with that freedom there is also responsibility because you are
Yes,
responsible
responsibility.
for the.
Yes, responsibility is one part of it. Obviously, means you are not you are totally responsible for each and everything. Even your workers, your laborers, whatever happens, you are responsible for that, right? So you can't run away from it.
Yeah,
But it always I always tell in my business like you have to enjoy business. It's like music. It's business is
yeah,
like a music. You have to enjoy that. You should understand like who is going to play the what you call it as music, who is going to sing the music. You are the boss, so you have to just sit in the chair, just take the what you call as good vibes in your ears and just enjoy that. So that is what the business is all about.
Brilliant. Uh, Talking of enjoying, I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation with you. Like, a lot of. But how was your experience being on the show?
Fantastic, fantastic. I really love that sentence, be your own boss, because that is really important. Means, and what you are doing, Sachin, is really good because what happened, nobody knows. Whoever is started the business and they don't have the background, rather, business background, then they have a lot of problems in their mind as well. Means even there is no problem, but they feel that it is a problem. That is also that is also one what we call as mentality of the people. But because of these type of programs, na, uh, whatever the experience we have, at least we share with you people, and you can understand like how we go through it, and what solutions we have to take, or what precautions we have to take. So that is really important. These type of programs are really, really important for the newcomers who are interested in
Thank
business.
you. Thank you so much. And that is exactly, yeah. I mean, you've caught the purpose correctly. This is exactly my purpose of objective of starting the show. So, Shantanu, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and thanks for coming on the show and sharing this wonderful journey with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin. Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Shantanu Raste, the co founder of Dr. Smita's Herbal Laboratories. And you've been watching and listening to Be Your Own Boss.